All right, welcome back, guys. This time we have Acheron, Black Swan, Kafka, but of course the main man for this showcase, Gallagher. Now, Gallagher is a healer, obviously. So for pure fiction, you typically don't want to run one, to be honest. You just get better results. But in terms of healers, I have to say he's one of the better ones to run. As you can see, it's gonna mostly be up to your carries, but Gallagher is unique in that he has such high break efficiency, and then if you build him with break effect, he actually can do a lot of damage. And in one of the later on fights, or two of the later on fights, you'll see paired with someone like Himiko, who gets her follow-up attack from the break. He actually is a really good final option on a team like that, due to the fact he like promotes that sort of play style, and paired with someone like Ron May, who you'll also see later, he really like shines on that kind of team. Yeah, for this, the thing is he goes through so many turns without really doing anything. Like his little hits aren't gonna be doing the most damage. I don't know anyone running like an insanely attack heavy Gallagher. But yeah, he'll start to shine now that he's got his ult. I pop Acheron's ult here, and she more or less just deletes the enemy. It's what she does. Wave after wave just disappears. There's not too much commentary to really put on this one. All you can really do is watch as they absolutely destroy the team. My Acheron is fully built. She's E6 with her signature light cone. It's not going to be a super accurate performance for her, but my Gallagher is E6. We're going to look at what I have on him later on at the end of the video. But as you see there, he did so much break damage on like all of the enemies on the field that they were already like near half just from that, which obviously is big. And then you add the attack debuff, which is really good. It's a 15% debuff on whichever enemy he does with his basic attack following his ult. I don't remember if I get like a total clear here. I believe I do. But if not, I know there are other ones where I do manage to do so with Gallagher on the team. Alright, we have Acheron popping her ult again. Yeah, I mean, for showcases like this for healers and stuff, it's not the best in terms of what they can do in terms of sustain and everything. At this point, he's really just a break effect unit, right? And he does add some survivability if you're having issues with that. I know everyone's account is different. Cocolia here is, yeah, she's done. And beautifully, Gallagher ends it off. We're gonna hop into the next one. So we have Gallagher on a Himiko and Gonaifen team with Rame. This is kind of the best kind of comp you would want in terms of who you have on the team for breaking and getting Himiko's special out there, her follow-up attack. I do not have a Topaz, unfortunately, and with all the characters coming out, I really don't see me grabbing her on her rerun. Possibly, depends if it's during Robin or not, but yeah. Okay. Really, it is just popping your ults and doing a clean rotation. I don't believe I actually get the full clear here. Of my Himiko, the issue with my Himiko is I just don't have enough crit rate on her. Gwenifin, I believe, is fine. And Ron May, of course, I've built her with as much break effect as possible. Really, she's just so universally good. Like, with looking at like showcases and stuff for like the future, like I've thought about teams and like different scenarios I want to show for like different kinds of like players and accounts. Like Raw May is just so broken. I don't know who. I don't think I know anyone who didn't pull for Raw May, but if you didn't, like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, she's just so universally good because she just buffs multiple people. It makes teams like this just run way more effectively, especially with her addition to break effect when she pops her ult, and or just her special too, I believe. And for someone like Gallagher, that's huge. So she's literally buffing every single person on the team in a meaningful way. Himiko, Gwenifin, Gallagher. Like, I don't know any other support that can really do that, because I actually know there is no other support that can do that, especially not to her effectiveness. It's actually insane what she can do. And you see, like, Himiko just gets her follow-up attack so often. It's like every rotation almost, as long as there's someone to break. Do this, pop his ult. You want to add that debuff to the enemy. Yeah, I believe I missed this one's 40k clear for sure. But honestly, if my team was way more built, or if I had a Topaz, I think this would be like easily doable. Now this would be one of those. It's one of those rare situations where you use this heal, but it doesn't even matter because like the final turn's coming. If she died, it really wouldn't have changed anything at that point. If we could have gotten one more break, maybe, but there was just no chance. All right, on to the next one. All right, here we have another Gallagher run. I wanted to go into a less beneficial scenario for my Acheron team than what I did before, just to see how he sort of performs when there aren't like there isn't a mountain of benefits to you, right? So for my Acheron, she's E6, so it doesn't really matter what I put her in. She's not doing as much break damage as she would to, or break efficiency as she would to a unit who, how to put it, who is weak to lightning. So, but she's still gonna steal the show. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it. A part of me wants to say I regret pulling her that many times. Like, she's mine, I would say, is probably pretty damn like unrelatable for most people. She's absolutely insane, but the reason I even pulled her that many times was to make it so that I never had to pull on another DPS again, except for ice. I am lacking in ice DPS, so I actually might pull Jing Liu after I get Aventurine if it doesn't take me too many pulls to get him and his light cone. And it depends on how good his E1 is. I don't remember, but I have every other like area covered. I have fire, I have physical, I have lightning, obviously. I have wind with blade. I could get a better wind one if it, well, I also have black swan too, yeah. So I'm kind of just set when it comes to all of the elements. Unless characters start becoming really broken, I'm just going to be skipping so many banners. like Boot Hill. He looks really cool. I've seen the leaks, but he's Hunt and single target. That's all I'll say on that. And honestly, I don't see him. I don't need him. I have a better option with everything that's coming out today. The Hunt path is just struggling. I don't see why I would need to use a Hunt path character. I'm sure that MLC would be tailored towards it, but like I have Acheron in case the other path doesn't need. Yeah, actually, yeah, I just have her for everything. I just have her for any scenario, and then any of my other DPS could cover the other one.
I'll cut you in two.
He's also gonna be like fighting for a spot against our Knight in Shining Armor, our Knight of Beauty, who is one of my favorite characters in the game, to be honest. Not for his playstyle, I just enjoyed like the character itself. I mean, now this one hurt DPS really bad. Really what I should have done here is after doing this, I should have healed. I should have held off on using that one, and I should have healed Black Swan, but it doesn't really matter. I believe I still get 30k points, which would be like the minimum you want anyway. And this is me playing with like plenty of mistakes. I was just like zooming through this, see how fast I could clear. But Gallagher, he does pretty good. Like compared to every other healer in the game for this, and he does have a cleanse too. So like, let's say you're in a situation where you do have your DPS, you can cleanse them. Like I was saying with Black Swan, and it might give you some more damage down the line. So here we have Argenti, Blade, Rame, and Gallagher, which is, it's a comp I never tried before. And honestly, it works so freaking well for this for no reason. I just wanted to do dual DPS because Argenti just doesn't do enough damage anymore. Like his, it's not that he doesn't do enough damage, it's just you need his complete ult, and it takes too long for something like this where it's just so many phases, and then you have to waste like some of his ult charge to clear the trash mobs fast enough. And then when the big boss comes, you just can't do the big attack in time for a good amount of time. So yeah, I'm running dual DPS and it works insanely well. Obviously Blade doesn't need the healing Gallagher provides, but I do believe in this run it does become useful. And then Rame's 3-turn buff, her break increase, everything she provides is really good. I believe my Rame is E1, which I believe is another damage increase. I could be wrong, I haven't looked at it in a long time. And I also have her signature light cone. Blade, I have his signature light cone, and he is E2, I believe. My plan was to main him a really long time ago. I should have really went for E6, but it is what it is. I'm joking. I was not going for E6 for anyone until Acheron Kit made it where she can break everyone efficiently. Something like that is just so broken. I was like, okay, it may cost a lot now, but down the line, how much will this save me? And really, I probably won't have to pull for a DPS for a very long time, which is huge. And I already have Rame, so really I have Rame and Sparkle, so my bar for supports even is really high. Adventuring I don't have too many sustain options. So here we have this. I don't think I use Gallagher's heal here. I don't know, actually. No, I chose not to use it. I believed he was gonna oh, no, I do use it here. Yeah. And Rame being stunned didn't matter whatsoever because her buff's already active, and then it's 3 turns. Her being stunned literally did nothing. That's kind of who you want targeted for that kind of thing. But yeah, this team performed way better than I thought. But dual DPS is a really big thing for this game mode, which a lot of people aren't talking about. But this was one of the reasons, I believe, EO and maybe Gotcha Smack were arguing about dual DPS. I know Mr. Pokey didn't think it was such a big deal, but he's really, with time going on, he was so freaking wrong about Rame. She just has so much more potential. Like she's just, or not even potential, like it's here. She just has so much more usability and what she can do. Here we didn't even get 30k, but it is what it is. All right, so this is the last showcase. So I wanted to try another weird team with Argenti, Gallagher, Rame, and Himiko. The thing is, Rame's on like most of these teams because like I just don't see, for a lot of these characters you really do need that dual DPS dynamic to make the damage cut. Like you just need a lot of damage. It's also really good for Gallagher for the showcase. If you didn't pull for Rame, I genuinely just don't know what to tell you. I mean, I guess a replacement would be if you don't have Rame, take out Himiko and Rame, replace it with like a Sparkle and Ting Yun for the Argenti or something like that. Would probably work best. But again, having like a different element to help break when they're not weak to fire is really good for Himiko. And then luckily that dropped and it didn't make us waste our follow-up attack on a single mob. Gonna take some damage here. Doesn't really matter. The worst part is that those guys slow. We do like the basic ult here because I knew we could clear the mob. Now we're here and now we're saving Argenti's ultimate. Here we just have so many break opportunities. My goal was to break the monkey before he could enter that state where he can't be broken, which I do manage to do. Yep. Wanted to clear him off the field, and then I did manage to get someone Argenti would be able to hurt here. I believe this one I get super unlucky, and like I think it's one of the monkeys survived with like 1 HP for my 40k, but this team is actually insanely good for no reason. It worked really well. This team only works with the typings, obviously, because Argenti's just breaking really easily due to how his ultimate works. Then you also have Gallagher doing his extra break as well, but not against any of these enemies. I'll weak to physical, I believe. Yeah. We pop Argenti's ult here, which is big damage. Almost kills the monkey. And then we have one more turn to go. This is what, 2 monkeys? No, I don't think the second one pops in yet. I do believe another one does pop up, but that might be the other Pure Fiction stage. So So this is where Argenti's ult problem comes in. Like, if I just could have done, like, some more damage, you know? It would have made a huge difference, but it really does feel like you just have a longer ult gauge sometimes. Obviously, his 2 ults were useful throughout the fight, but when it really matters, it just feels like it takes so long to build up and get it, which I guess you could fix with energy regen, but he's DPS who's really doing that, you know? It might be worth the investment. I haven't really tried it, but it's something you just like don't want to do, you know? So no, there's only one monkey. Just struggles here because I think I failed to like just get the ult. I do everything I can to take this man down. Yeah, it's just not enough. Barely. It's so close. This is like, if I had just ulted here again, but I didn't notice my ult had like, I had procced a second one. So here's my Gallagher. I have 123% break effect, can definitely be better. Have some effect res and some fire damage in there, some pyro. Have multiplication, which advances action forward after he basic attacks, which is why he's able to go like 3 turns sometimes. We're running 2-piece, very standard. Break effect set, and then the hacker set. And then I have an E6. It's like typical typical 4-star kind of shenanigans here. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Gallagher. I have a feeling he'll do way better in MOC. Later.